Hard to believe, but it's been 20 years since the release of the blockbuster movie Jurassic Park. It was the start of what was to become a billion-dollar movie franchise, and now Universal Pictures is re-releasing it in 3D. Sam Neill and Laura Dern are two of its stars. Good morning to both of you. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Matt.
How does this happen? It's 20 years ago. You have not aged a bit, either of you.
Oh,
She was 11 years old, I think.
Yeah.
And you know what,
very tall for my age.
very tall for
At this
your
time,
age.
yeah.
31 now. 20 years later. Can you believe it?
Does it seem like 20 years? Has it gone by quickly?
Seems like yesterday.
Does it really?
But I'm so looking forward to being in 3D because I felt so two-dimensional for 20 years, Matt.
Well, the good news is you're in
Flat.
3D. The bad news is you're in 3D. I mean, you're coming right at the audience now, along with the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
I've seen it. Sam hasn't seen it yet, and I think it's phenomenal. It's such, I mean, I was saying to Sam, I remembered, getting to experience what a great film it is, but the 3D is awe-inspiring.
Well, when you really think about it, Sam, 20 years ago, the technology and the effects in this movie were groundbreaking. Did it really even need 3D?
Well, Laura says, you're fizzing at the bung, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's beside itself with excitement having seen it, and I can't wait to see it either, actually. Because
You took your 11-year-old, is that right, Laura?
I did,
And
yes.
what was his impression of Mom in 3D?
Probably very overwhelming, which is why my 8-year-old hasn't seen it, because Mom in Peril is a bit awkward. But it's extraordinary. I mean, not just the terrifying sequences, but it's such an awe-inspiring movie because it was so groundbreaking.
When you were shooting it, did you know this was the start of something very big, Sam?
Well, it was a sort of intersection of various technologies coming, but most of all, it was Stephen who was such a master at suspense and thrills, So kind of a bunch of things came together. And it's become iconic, really. It's become ingrained in the culture in a strange way.
Anytime you make a movie that is so laden with special effects, it presents challenges. Talk to me about some of those, Laura.
Well, what was incredible, unlike other films where perhaps you go to work, you do your job, and then later you see the movie and you see the effects, we were all there together as collaborators in a team. Dennis Murin and ILM, Stan Winston and the animatronics, we were all there with each scene going, how are we going to do this? Because it hadn't been done. So it really felt like a family as opposed to actors separate from the effects experience.
But it was a real adventure to go through, not just for that reason. We also went through a hurricane.
We survived
Where was the hurricane?
together.
Where was the shoot here?
Kauai.
That was on Kauai, and I remember standing on the beach with Laura, and she said, do you think we're going to be all right, Sam? And I said, I think we might die, Laura. And she laughed. and we didn't die, the whole, as clearly we're here, but it
How
felt
long
like
did that shut down shooting?
Completely, in fact.
We were
destroyed.
destroyed all our sets. We had to go back to LA. That was...
From what I hear, Sam, when the movie was being cast, you nailed the part and they cast you immediately. Laura, did you know that there were a lot of other young actresses going for the role of Ellie Sattler, Dr. Ellie Sattler? And did you see the tape that we ran the other day on the show?
I didn't, and I didn't know. I just felt grateful for Stephen hiring
Sam,
me.
I want you to see who you might have been acting opposite of right now. Take a look at these two actresses.
Or maybe it's just ritual behavior, species-specific behavior that serves to identify them to one another.
Do you get a pupillary effect from these tranquilizers? Yes, there's a myotic effect. Pupils are constricted.
So
These pupils are dilated.
Could have been Gwyneth Paltrow, could have been Helen Hunt, Sam.
Well, I'm a lucky girl.
You knocked them out of the park.
Yeah. You ruined their careers, is what you did.
Wow. Two brilliant girls. I'm very lucky.
I can't wait to see this in 3D. I can't wait to take my kids to see this in 3D.
It's so amazing.
Sam and Laura, it's nice to see you guys again.
So